Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the AEW Elevation Report for the 19th of July, 2021. Overall, not a bad show, not a great show. Obviously, the Elevation shows are hit and miss, although they are trying in small doses to tighten things up a little bit in terms of usefulness. 12 matches this time. They've done as many as 16, 17. So good to see less matches. Still matches that didn't need to happen, but anyway. Lance Archer with Jake Roberts versus Zachariah. Singles debut for Zachariah, student Dustin Rhodes, and I assume Cody's wrestling school. Roberts on commentary, and squash for Archer, destroying Zachariah. Wins with a blackout. Chuck Taylor and Orange Cassidy with Chris Statlander and Wheeler Yuta defeating the Chaos Project. I like Wheeler Yuta in the position. Would actually like to see more of Yuta and less of Chuck Taylor. I see absolutely nothing in Chuck Taylor other than being another goof. Crowd is hot for Cassidy. Luther's trying to put his hands on Cassidy and put his hands in his pockets. Obviously, the fans add to this a great deal. Chaos Project's gimmick is basically using Serpentico as a weapon. Works well enough in the match. Cassidy and Taylor win when Luther fell over Serpentico and then takes advantage of getting the pin. Interesting enough finish. Post-match, Bunny and Blade come out and they stare at Cassidy ahead of their match Wednesday night. Not a fan of that either. Shida versus Duluce Tamalia. This is Tamalia's debut. She comes from a wrestling family, and they're all from the Texas area. She gets a pinning submission combo on that looks kind of interesting, but doesn't end up anywhere. Shida gets one of the biggest reactions of the show, wins with a katana, and is now 35-4 in her AEW career. 39 matches and making a full-time living. Not too bad. Powerhouse Hobbs with Hook and the FTW champion Ricky Starks defeats Lucas Chase. This is Chase's AEW debut. Hobbs wins with the Town Business. He's 18-3 on the year. Hobbs cuts promo putting over Starks as the new FTW champion and telling Brian Cage that there's no use for him and to stay home. Cage coming back as a babyface, if they continue to push him well, could be interesting, but I don't have faith that they'll push him well enough to where he doesn't just kind of fall back down the card after the thing with Starks. Anyway, Frankie Kazarian defeats Baron Black. Why Black is used this often, I have no idea. Kazarian is out there, and they actually give Black something. Maybe they actually see something in Black and are trying to make something of it. Who knows? But anyway, regardless of what they may or may not see, Kazarian gets a win. He's 20-3 on the year and wins with a chicken wing. After the match, Brandon Cutler, why are we still employed? Oh yeah, we're overly friends with the Bucks. Runs out, attacks Kazarian, but trips, and Kazarian beats him up and proceeds to spray him in the face. Gallows runs out and attacks Kazarian, leading to their announcing of the match on Wednesday. Jungle Boy with Luchasaurus defeats Angelico with Private Party. Feud between Jurassic Express and Christian against the Hardy family office continues. Private Party dances during Angelico's theme. I don't like either of these gimmicks, but it is what it is. Jungle Boy gets probably the biggest pop of the night, and honestly, if they wanted to put a belt on him, kind of like they did with Darby Allin at a point, just to get him over to the next level, wouldn't be a bad idea. Decent match, and Angelico works on the left knee of Jungle Boy for the majority of the contest. Jungle Boy sells well throughout, wins with a submission and the snare trap in his 52nd career win. So that would be the same as working once a week for a year. That's the number of wins he has in this company. Anyway, Red Velvet defeats Julia Hart with the Varsity Blondes. Certainly athletic wrestlers. Velvet's been hit or miss, but at least she's trying. They basically go all out for the first 2 to 4 minutes of the match. This is basically anything you could do, I can do better. Hart has something. They need to give her a developed character rather than just a cheerleader thing if they really want to do something with her. Velvet is 11-2 on the year with a win. Hits the slice of the cake for her 20th victory in AEW. Can't believe she's been around long enough to have had 20 matches. Gun Club defeating Lee Johnson and Brock Anderson. Not a fan of the loss here. I know Anderson's a rookie, but at the same time, losing to the Gun Club, I don't think is where he needs to be in his career. If you want him to lose a single match, that's fine. Although partnering him with Lee Johnson really kind of makes it look like an basically underneath thing. Billy Gunn is out, and he kind of plays into the thing. Johnson gets a hot tag. During the match, Colton picks up the win and counters Johnson's roll-up, grabs the tights. Gun Club's record is 6-0, and Colton remains undefeated in singles or tags. Luchasaurus with Jungle Boy defeats Fuego del Sol. Not exactly a fan of this. Basically, Del Sol gets a good reaction, but at the same time, when you have Luchasaurus, do you really want a babyface reaction against a guy that you want to get over as a babyface? He hits his Tornado DDT, but that doesn't work out. Luchasaurus wins with a choke slam and a knee to the face, and it looks like heck. Anyway, Dante Martin defeats Sean Dean. Wrong guy won here, in my opinion. Dean has much more of an upside than Martin, unless you like the flippy stuff. Dean tries to slow Martin down and use a bit of size and strength. The match showcases a lot of things, including Martin winning 12-4. He hits the first landing and wins. Tay Conti and Serena Deeb defeat Vet Vixen and Jasmine Allure. Conti and Deeb get a nice reaction during their entrances. Deeb does a combo Serenity Lock into a Northern Light suplex that looks really, really good here. And Allure and Vet Vixen get defeated when Deeb hits the Serenity Lock for the win. Then we go to the final match of the night. Refused to call it the main event because other matches mattered a bit more. Anyway, Penta and Eddie Kingston with Alex Abrahantes defeated the Wingman, JD Drake, and Cesar Bononi. Not sure why Bononi's in the main event, except he looks like a bloated toad. At the beginning of the show, Kingston and Penta cut a promo to hype the match. Not sure why they put Kingston with guys like Moxley that give him credibility, and guys like Penta that to some degree take away from it. Bononi cuts a promo talking about the airport system in Texas, and that being the reason the other members of the Wingman are not on elevation. Abrahantes fails twice at catching Penta's glove, and he then the crowd is hot, and basically that works all out. Penta and Eddie win with a combo, backfist, and armbreaker. Post-match, Penta cuts a promo about being happy to be in Texas and that AEW would return there. Abrahantes translated Penta's promo. Kingston cuts a promo putting over the fans and thanking them. Overall, half the show was good, half the show was unnecessary. They could still get this down to 8 matches or less and still have the same effect, in my opinion. But we'll be back with more right after this.